So, we found two real adorable redheads backstage. We paired them together.
You know, they're also powerhouses in their own right, phenomenal performers on the show, and great people. Please, round of applause for Felicia and Ruth Connell. Outstanding.
What was that song?
It's by the Beatles. It's called Two of Us. Two of Us.
Oh,
there's two of us.
Oh, two of us. I didn't hear two of us.
Yeah,
I just heard on the way home, and I was like, "Are we going?"
Two of us Sunday driving, not arriving.
Yeah, but that doesn't have anything to do with the.
What about when I do this?
What? What is that? Is that a Beatles dance?
That's the Beatles dance.
Did they do?
You saw the Beatles Love Show? Is that what they were doing in
That's what they did. I don't know if you've ever seen the Beatles Love Show. They do this.
I have. I don't remember that part. I would have given a bad
You gotta watch next time. That's the best part.
I don't think that's what the acrobats were doing. But
That's what they did.
Oh, wow. Hey, everybody, happy Saturday. In Vegas.
Oh, bye. Bye.
Bye. Sorry to criticize your song.
Bye.
You could have done better.
Welcome to the ginger panel. The ginger glitter panel.
I'd like to say it's cinnamon and ginger.
Oh, like it.
Do you want to be ginger or cinnamon?
What do you want to be?
I feel like I'm more of a cinnamon.
Okay, I'll be pure ginger then.
You're just pure ginger.
I'll be the ginger nut.
You'll be a ginger. I'm really excited to do a panel with you. I don't think we've ever been on a panel before.
No, we've not.
This is exciting, y'all. I like it.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had visions of us like acting out a road trip. These guys never saw. Remember we did.
The one off screen where we went on a road trip for some reason. Yeah. We went on a road trip, and in my mind we went like we were in like Nebraska or Oklahoma or wherever the bunker. Which was the bunker?
Yeah.
Kansas.
Yeah,
okay, I knew it, guys. It's one of those states, one of those square states in the middle that I've only been in the airport for.
It's in America though, right?
It's in America. Yeah. Well, North America, because America is whatever. And
I just know the old country. This is all.
But in my mind, we went west.
We did. We looked at our well, I say route, but you said route.
Is that different? It's
Yeah.
the route?
Yeah,
is
you
it
say
route?
route. We say route.
Oh, you're so exotic.
I know.
So exotic.
But we mapped it out and we did discuss who was
We
driving.
went through Vegas, we went to the Grand
Vegas.
Canyon, then we went to Vegas, then we went to Disneyland, and somehow our relationship broke down around Palm Springs, right?
I just don't like to talk about that, Felicia. In public.
I don't like to talk about it either, that's what I told Sam. I don't know what I implied in that I don't want to talk about it. It was either naughty or just really bad and you started playing NSYNC or something.
Or both.
Oh. Just like torture.
The thing I really remember though is that we were discussing the soundtrack.
Yes, the soundtrack.
And it was one of those magic moments when we both paused and we both said the same band's name at the same time.
We're like, ABBA.
You just told them.
Wait, we were not supposed to say it?
I never told them before.
Is this not a secret?
No, I don't.
If you're gonna have a secret, you have to tell me this is a
Okay,
secret, Ruth.
It's not a secret.
So what are you doing, Ginger?
Let's read it. We both went, okay, the soundtrack would be
ABBA! That's how it happened. I'm sorry I blew it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Can we rewind? Questions?
Oh yeah, let's ask a question.
Hi.
What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
My name is Madison. I'm from Colorado, and I hold in my hands one of like a handful of copies of the Supernatural RPG. It's Dungeons and Dragons, but Supernatural.
Wow.
Yes.
I did not know they made one of those.
I know. It's so cool.
What's RPG? An RPG is a role-playing game where you sit and you role-play a character, and often you stab people by rolling dice.
That's your world, isn't it?
Yeah.
So my question would be, if you guys got the opportunity to sit down and like play a game, what would your character be like species-wise and its greatest strengths and weaknesses?
Species-wise?
I mean, I would just play Charlie. Can I not just play Charlie? Why would I want to be anybody else in the supernatural universe? My strength is wit and charm and not being 100% good at a lot of things, but being 100% plucky.
I mean, nobody else has sparkly eyeshadow like Rowena, so I fail to see the benefit of being anyone else. True.
So we essentially play our own supernatural characters in an RPG show. I think we could stream this, Ruth.
I was at Comic-Con for the first time, and I was like walking on the floor. I didn't understand what it was going to be like, and this girl was like, "Oh my God, you look at me! You look so like Rowena!" And I was like, yeah. I'm glad I look so like her.
Oh boy, that's
So
so
yeah,
good.
is that the answer you expected?
That's the one you're gonna get.
Next question. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hiya.
Hi. What's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
My name is Lindsay and I'm from Texas.
Hey.
So I have a question for possibly both of you, but for sure for Felicia. So if you had
That's
to
okay.
play,
It's okay. It's okay. I can handle it.
She's not wounded.
if
It's
you had to
okay.
play one video game for the rest of your life and that's the only one that you could play, what would it be and why?
So cruel. I mean, it would either be like an MMO RPG like World of Warcraft, because then I could play with people, like I'd play with actual other people, or I'd play Skyrim, because I already put like 400 hours in that. People play Skyrim here? Did you marry somebody in the game? Did you marry a lizard?
What's happening?
I had an Argonian husband, a lizard husband in Skyrim. You don't need to know more. Thank you for your question. Thank you.
I would play Disney Infinity because it's me. I'm in it.
Are you in it?
Yeah, I'm Princess Merida.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Did you know
Three
that
times.
I just want to tell you guys that most lizards have hemi-penises, which is 2 penises.
There's no
know
penis.
that?
There's no penises in the Disney Infinity games that I know of.
Are you sure?
There's some round mounds and things. No? Next question. Hello, darling.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm from Arizona, and I have a question sort of relating to your characters on the show, Rowena and Charlie. You guys have been part of the Supernatural family for quite a few seasons, most seasons, season like 7, 10, I think, and I want you to tell me what you define as family.
In general, that's such a deep question. I think family are the people that will bring out the best in you and love you at your worst and your best, and who you will in turn do the same to them.
Family is also people who will bring out the worst in you. Well, if you're Rowena and Craig.
Yeah, I think both apply to the Supernatural family, but for the most part, it brings out the good.
What season did you begin in?
7.
7.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow.
And then I went away for 3
We don't,
seasons.
that's something else we don't talk
Let's
about.
think about it. 11, 12. Actually, I guess I only went away for 2 seasons. Is that true?
Yeah, you came back to season 13.
And 13. So it seemed like longer. But
I remember starting season 10 thinking, I'm so lucky to be in one of the last ever seasons of the show.
I thought that too. That's why I did season 7. I was like, they offered me the part, and I was like, well, I gotta do this part. A, she's an amazing character, and B, they're probably gonna get canceled. I'm not kidding. That was the rationale for me to do that job. And so it's crazy that we're here so long.
And I remember though when we were in the episode together, season 10.
Yes, we had a good one together.
We had
It
a
was
good
fun.
one, and we had a scene. When you have 4 or 5 characters, it's a lot of coverage, and it was quite a long scene, and I had quite a lot to say, and I kept fluffing it, which was not like me. It's because I was nervous in front of Felicia.
Really?
And do you remember? You just like gave me a hug, and that's
Aw.
the picture of you and me and Misha.
Yeah, we had such
It's
a good time.
from that hug.
I was making you nervous?
Yeah.
Everybody
Charlie.
No, everybody makes me nervous in life and on screen.
Who isn't nervous about Misha?
I'm What was that, Misha?
Who isn't nervous around Misha? I was.
Rachel's not
Oh,
nervous
Misha,
around Misha.
come on. It's
Rachel
Misha.
owns Misha's.
Once you see,
Like, she's his boss, right?
once you see Jared like Wet Willie Misha, you got no respect for that guy anymore. Next question. Thank you.
Hi. So we've covered penises and wet willies. Okay. Hello. This is family show. Good afternoon.
I'm Karen from LA, and I was just wondering what's on your geeky bucket list?
My what?
Oh, geeky bucket list. I want to visit all I want to visit Stonehenge and all the sort of mounds that the what was it? Neolithic mounds in Great Britain, because I'm really obsessed with like ancient actual fairy culture, not fake like Tinkerbell, who's a fake fairy. Sorry, I'm a hater. She's not a real fairy.
Scottish fairies are like can be really powerful and nasty.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I would like to go there.
Yeah, and do you know what they used to believe? That when you died in Scotland, your spirit went under the ground and back to where you were born to come up through the ground. It wasn't all fairies in the sky. It was like, yeah.
Can you take me?
Yeah, let's go.
There's another road trip. What's on your geeky bucket list, Ruth?
Well, so I must be a geek after all. I didn't realize stuff like that counted. I would also like to go to Stonehenge.
You can be a geek about anything.
Yeah, I also, because I live in LA too, and I would like to see Jennifer Aniston in real life, just to touch her skin. But that was
Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
I think she's a golem by now. Like, she's not real. She just has versions of herself. She just looks too good. Her and Nicole Kidman.
It's too weird. I did geek out when I saw Meryl Streep once. Those are my
see her?
things.
Where?
I went to see Into the Woods, and it was a panel, and she came in to do it like this. She was doing a panel, but it was Meryl Streep. And she's tall, she's quite tall. Like, she's like,
Is she really?
She's like 5'6" or so, but she had big heels. And she kind of like...
It's not very tall.
Is that not tall?
I'm
That's
so
normal.
sorry.
That's normal?
Yeah, but I could put you in my pocket, so that's not really.
Compared to me, she was tall, and she was a boss. She was a boss, and I like that. But...
Yeah, I think you could be a geek about anything. I mean, I'm sorry, people who are into sports are geeks. They're just geeks about that sport, right? I don't understand. Thank you, bye. Hey!
Hi, I'm April from Texas, and my question's for Felicia. If you were gonna recast the guild with all supernatural characters, who would you pick? But no hunters, that's too easy.
No hunters?
You can't use a hunter.
I can't use any.
No, that's too easy. So, which characters and what classes would they play?
What? You just narrowed down. Like, I can't pick, like, wait. I'm so confused.
Sorry, which supernatural character, and then like in referencing WoW, which class would they be in WoW, right, for the guild? But you can't make Dean a hunter, because that's too easy.
You get complicated questions.
So complicated. Well, I think Dean would definitely be a barbarian. No, Jared would be a barbarian. For sure, because he would not think he'd just run in and just smash things. I think Dean would probably be like a spell sword or something, because he's kind of keen, but he still kicks ass, but with, he got mind stuff going on too. Also high charisma. Misha would be a priest, and just tell me that's too on the nose. I think Charlie would be, oh my gosh, I can't remember what class would Charlie be? Maybe a rogue?
A rogue.
I think a rogue. Okay, we're on the same page here. And maybe Bobby would be, he'd probably be like the grizzled, he'd be the cleric. Because I feel like he does good, but he can also smash somebody's head with a mace. I think that Rowena would, be a sorcerer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, high charisma, low intelligence.
Okay.
Next question.
Just because I like ABBA? Okay.
Hi, my name is Kayla and I'm from California. And my question is for Felicia.
Yeah?
And are you going to E3 this year?
Sometimes I do go. I go for 4 hours, and then I just see everything and I leave. And then, because there's not enough free stuff there, you kind of just have to watch. You play all the video games for the next year, which is really fun. But yeah, I usually go for an afternoon. there are not a lot of, I mean, I don't know if I'm like hugely excited about any specific game this year, but they usually come out toward like May and June, and I get super excited. I'm like, I gotta get in on that. So, I don't know. I've been playing my Switch a lot because I want my baby and me to be able to play Mario Kart, but I want to really kick her ass.
I don't go because I'm too glamorous and have such low intelligence, so anyway. Good afternoon.
Hi, I'm Sarah, I'm from Portland, and my question is, since you're obviously both going to be in season 15, what are the important
unless we die before the...
Will we just die over the, they'll be like, oh, you know, we forgot to tell you over the summer.
No.
That happened. No, I don't think they do that to us.
What are the storylines you need to get, tied up for your characters, or what do you want to see in season 15?
That's really hard. You go.
I don't think the Mega Coven has ever been fully resolved or realised, and I think we've got one more season to do it. Come on! Yeah, that would be it for me.
I would love at least one chance to see where Charlie kind of goes from here. And I would love to have some scenes with Dean, because her connection, old Charlie's connection with Dean was so special, and it was awesome to be able to have a scene with Sam in this new iteration, as new Charlie, kind of. But it would be nice to have just that moment with Dean to like kind of reconnect them before sort of everyone goes off in the sunset or whatever. So I would really love to just have a scene with Jensen before everything is done. He's just he always makes everybody better than him in every scene as far as an actor, and I just want that experience.
It is tricky though, because it is like looking into the sun.
It is a little bit like looking into
so
the
perfect.
sun. Yeah.
If you get close, you actually his freckles are symmetrical.
No.
It's so perfect. It's too
I
much.
didn't notice that, but he
It's
is.
too much.
It's like somebody just kind of crafted him
He's
out of
actually a
clay.
droid.
He's a droid. That's hot. Next question.
I'm learning so much today. I'm glad.
Hi, I'm Cass. I'm from Texas. I was just wondering, Felicia, if you would ever consider rebooting the guild and maybe trying to coerce some of the SPN cast to guest star?
Wow. I've been thinking about it. I guess they just released a gamer comedy in Britain that kind of looks very similar to my show, but I haven't watched it. I won't watch it. I'd love to, it'll just make me mad, but I would love to kind of revisit the characters. I don't know what iteration. I hate shows where they reboot it and then people are just older. It's like, because you love something at a certain time in your age, and then when you see people who are older, they're either acting older and they're not who you loved, or they're trying to act who they were when they were younger, and that's sad. Maybe I overthink everything, but reboots bother me. So I'd love to find something to do with it, just maybe not just like us coming back as ourselves. So I've been doing a lot more producing and writing and stuff, and I would, I still own all the rights, so I would love to revisit it. I'm thinking about it. I don't know what I'll do with it yet, but it's in my mind. Especially now that Supernatural's over, I gotta find a king.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. On the spectrum of alignment, what are the main differences between Charlie, Our World Charlie, AU Charlie, and Rowena?
On a spectrum of alignment?
Spectrum of alignment.
Okay.
You do get the complicated questions. Mine are usually about
I love how there's so many RPG people here. I'm tempted to do this supernatural role-playing game. I would love, I think that definitely Charlie was a lawful good character, and I think maybe alternate world Charlie is more of an chaotic good character, because she knows that people can do wrong and there's not a lot of justice in the world, kind of all the people that she's lost. So I think her alignment kind of got pushed to chaotic, and so it's either lawful or chaotic or evil, good or
So
bad.
I have this theory if Rowena was in the other world, which is maybe not the answer to your question, but that she maybe had fallen on hard times and she was a witch in the way that we think of witches back in the day, and she wouldn't be pretty, she'd be ugly in the dirt and the pagan soil and with the herbs and that's not answering your question.
No, that's amazing. That's awesome.
It was good though.
Yeah.
Whatever you said was great.
Yeah. Thank you.
Next question.
She would still be naughty.
Hi, I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
My question's more for Felicia, but Ruth, you can answer too if you want.
Thanks very much. Glad I came along.
So we know that Charlie's like a big fangirl because she's LARPed and like we know that she loves Hermione and stuff. So because of that, which Hogwarts house do you think she would be in?
Oh wow, this is a good question because this is where Charlie and I are not the same person. I think Charlie's Gryffindor and I'm Ravenclaw. Don't you guys think? Wait, let's see. Who? What? No. I don't have a problem with Hufflepuffs. I have a little puff in me sometimes, okay? I get it. I got a Techo puff. But I don't think Charlie's Hufflepuff at all. She might be like a Gryffindor or something. But what do you
Slytherin, right?
You're Slytherin for sure.
Slytherin. I have a stalker story about J.K. Rowling.
She stalked you?
No.
Lucky.
I live round the corner from her in Edinburgh, and I was walking with my friend, and I was like, "That's J.K. Rowling's house," and looked up, and she was kind of in the window, like she was folding laundry or something.
Why would she be folding laundry?
No, she was doing something. She's got a house. She's added turrets onto the side of her house. She's got a wing on her house in Edinburgh. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, and I came out of the Co-op, which is like her little general grocery store, and the lady who was collecting for charity, J.K. Rowling, had given her a £5 just to buy a cup of tea. And I was like, oh, she's like genuinely nice just on an everyday.
She seems amazing. Why aren't you best friends already?
Well, I'm going to just keep going past her house every time I go to Scotland.
That's called a stalker. That's called a stalker.
Is that not how you make friends? Oh, I swear I'm going wrong. Dang.
Next question.
You go fast through the questions too.
Really?
Yeah, I'm learning all of this. Awesome.
Why? I just feel like I feel guilty. The pressure of people waiting makes me feel like, shut it up, Felicia.
I never thought of that.
Really?
No, I like to intimidate people. What I normally do is like, I walk towards them as they're asking, who's next? You? I walk towards them as they're asking, just to see if it freaks them out.
Oh, what? Don't run, she's
Extra
scary.
Pressure, right? You're not afraid.
I'm not afraid, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, didn't work. What's your name, where are you from, what do you want?
I'm Kat, I'm from Austin. And my question is, AU Charlie wanted to become a hermit and leave humanity. What do you and your characters find redeemable in humanity that makes you stay?
What do our characters find redeemable in humanity to stay?
And you and your characters, what do you find redeemable in humanity that makes you want to stay in society instead of becoming a hermit?
Well, that's interesting. I mean, I will say, like, superficially, I just like good food and I can't cook, so I have to stay in society. It's like I need crepes and I need, like, things. I don't know how to make mille froid. I can't even say it.
That's 1,000 layers.
Yeah, have you had those?
Yeah.
See,
tasty.
I would never have those if I lived on a mountaintop.
Right.
So I would need good food. Listen, there's beautiful things in humanity. Like, everybody's different. And so every time we meet somebody, we have something to learn from them, no matter what how far our backgrounds are from each other. And so when we're exposed to other people, they activate things in us that we might not even know are inside us. So in interacting with other people, we're getting to know ourselves better. So it's kind of necessary, if you're going to reach your full potential, to be that marble that's ping-ponging against other marbles to figure out what kind of marble you are. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. What about you, Ruth?
What Felicia said.
Even the marble thing? Because that was kind of weird.
I love, though, we all have our differences, and then we might see something that moves us, and we're all moved in a similar way. It tells us in our core that we know what love is, that we can feel. And that would be my answer. Rowena's answer would be, if there isn't other human beings alive, how do you get people to do your bidding? Yeah?
I guess my answer for Charlie would be that there is hope in connecting with other people. Because I think in that moment where she was like, I gotta get away, it's that she doesn't want to be hurt by losing people she loves anymore. And by seeing the connection between Sam and Dean and seeing how that motivates Sam to stay in this world, she's like, well, maybe I could be brave enough to connect with this person and other people in a way that I could risk finding love again. I think that's for Charlie in that moment.
You know, deep down for Rowena, it is something similar. There is like a real feeling in there.
Does she have real feelings under there?
Well, I think that's what we kind of learned this season a little bit.
Yeah, she has more
she
depth to
doesn't
her.
actually give a shit
That's great.
about those tall, lanky. Was it Jared and Johnson, whatever their names are?
Next question.
Hello, I'm Jordan from Iowa. I had a question for you, Felicia. Me and all my friends, which are all online friends, we strongly relate to the show Guild, and I was wanting to know, I was wanting to know if I could, if you would tell us any funny behind the scenes about the Guild that I can tell them.
Oh my gosh, there's so many crazy stories about the Guild. I mean, honestly, we shot in my house for 6 years. Like sorry, water. Any set that you saw, other than like a restaurant or something, was in my house. So I just had to paint each room in my house a different color, so that it could be everybody's different room. And Vork's room was this hot little shed that was like probably just the size of like just the area in front of the drum set, and we had to stick like 15 people in there with no AC all the time. And then there was a sign on the outside called Daddy's Doghouse, which I think we show in like one scene. And so I think somebody did faint from heat stroke in there one time. But the good thing is that it was non-union, so no one complained to anybody. Is that a good story?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
All right.
This is a series you created that was essentially the world's first internet series, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You created a genre?
I mean, it wasn't the world's first, but it was like one of the first scripted. It was the most popular first scripted series. It was really, I love it. I really miss it. Like, every time I think I get really frustrated with Hollywood because I'm trying to work in mainstream, I'm like, you know, the best thing you could do in your life is to do something without asking other people's permission. And it doesn't matter how popular it becomes, you did it, and no one can take that away from you. And I think we forget that a lot when we put our self-worth in other people's hands. So if you're ever feeling low, just do something for yourself creative. Like, it doesn't ever need to see the light of day, but you've gotten some of your insides outside of yourself, and for some reason that really feels satisfying.
Hi, I'm Allison from Puerto Rico, and I would like to ask if you think that Rowena and Charlie would have been able to be friends if they had more time together.
Well, to me, the road trip started out okay because we agreed that you like driving and I don't. Like, I
mean, it was novel to drive without like the burnt out husks of cars everywhere. You know, I think Apocalypse World Charlie would be like, wow, everything's so clean and there's an actual bathroom we can use. So that would be fun.
Yeah, there's neon lights in Vegas. It's all fine. I don't know if Rowena stays friends with anyone for too long until she like tries to get them to do her bidding. And yeah, I like to think there is well, even when we work together, I think there's like an underlying grudging respect for your geekery as Charlie.
I think old Charlie definitely did not like Rowena at all. I think new Charlie didn't have the context to not like her as much. And like, I don't think it made it in the finale of season 13, but there was a moment we filmed where Rowena looked at me and came up and was like, do it the way you did it, because you're so canny. Like,
hi there.
That face. And so she did that, and it didn't make it in the cut, but like, I was kind of like, whoa, what's gonna happen? Because I was either like, oh, she's gonna seduce me, or she's going to screw me over. Some kind of screwing's gonna happen.
Both at the same time.
And I'm sad that we didn't explore like actually what happened, but I knew that I was going to be manipulated by her somehow. And poor Apocalypse Charlie, I think, you know, is jaded and would have caught on pretty fast. But having not had the context of what a messed up lady this is in a way, no offense, I would have probably gotten lured in by her charm at first, and not having any friends.
Yeah, and also we met at the point where Rowena was allowing herself to be more feeling and just like, so there was a little bit of space there.
Yeah, I think we would have maybe gotten, you know, we'd had some fun together, some tentative fun together, but it would have gone very wrong very fast.
That's why the road trip stopped.
Exactly. I mean, road trips with everybody are terrible. Okay, hi.
Hello, how are you? My name is Kate.
Pretty good. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I'm from Massachusetts. And Ruth, I'm sorry. I know we're getting a lot of Felicia questions, but we're all nerds, and you don't seem like you're a nerd.
She's answering all the questions, though. She's hanging nerd in there.
I'm learning so much.
All right, good. All right, here's my question for you, Felicia. What faction are you in World of Warcraft? Because I'm Alliance, and I don't want to kill you if you're Horde.
I was Alliance, and would continue to be Alliance. We're going to play again now. I'm sorry, Horde people. I just can't.
Death to the Horde.
Why do we have to do this? Why? Why can't we just dance together and be friends? This is terrible.
I'm so proud to hear that because I really thought you were Horde and I did not want to kill you.
No, I could be Horde, although I would be a Blood Elf. When they came out with Blood Elves, I was tempted. I was really tempted, but then I went into Orgrimmar and like in the Barrens, and I was like, this place is awful. So I had to leave.
Right? It's not even welcoming.
It's just not my scene, guys. But I'm in bed by 8 p.m. People who go to clubs are probably Horde, and I'm not condemning anybody who goes to clubs. You'd be cool without me, okay?
That's awesome.
Thank
you so much.
Okay,
and
bye.
Ruth, you're awesome.
Thank you. I just want to say I did play Atari growing up, and I was quite good at Atari.
I feel like you'd be a perfect Princess Peach. You would play Princess Peach too. You would be a kick-ass Princess Peach, okay?
I'll Google that when I get off stage.
Hi, I'm Hermione from Arizona.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I love you.
Me too. So as background for my question, my mom has a list of 80s and 90s movies that I'm like required to watch.
Good. Good mother.
So I was wondering if you guys had any of those.
Wow, you go first.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Top Gun. The Breakfast Club. Princess Bride. That hit the button. Princess Bride. I'm gonna leave it there before I say something wrong and lose it.
The Goonies?
I know what the Truffle Shuffle is.
Dark Crystal?
The Lost
Crystal?
Boys.
The Lost Boys? Kroll?
Charlie's Angels, but that was the 70s.
It's really bad, but it's so good. So good, thank you. Come on, the Glaive. Her hair's so big. Guys, just look up the girl in Kroll and just tell me that's not. And also, you can see a young, isn't it Liam Neeson? Liam Neeson's like 16 years old in it, and you're just like, what? It's really incredible. Although I was in Mystery Science Theater, or am in Mystery Science Theater, so I love that movie. But yeah, it's pretty classic. You got a long list. I don't even want to go on.
Thank you.
Yeah, get on it. Over here, what's up?
Hi, I'm Deborah. I'm from Ogden, Utah. My question is for Felicia. I want to know if you're going to still be involved with Critical Role now that they left your company, and what you think of their Kickstarter success.
First of all, their Kickstarter success is incredible. So Critical Role is a role-playing, D&D role-playing group that happened to start on my in my company.
Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons, yes.
See, I know stuff.
Thanks. So I, 6 years ago or something, or 5 years ago, started, I love Twitch streaming. I love to stream on Twitch. I still do it every week. If you don't do anything on Saturday nights, come watch me stab people. It's very fun. On my own channel, I stab people. Not real people. I might move up to that. And so I love streaming so much, I made my company, Geek and Sundry, start a Twitch channel, and I was thinking about shows, and I knew my friend Ashley was in a D&D group with voiceover actors, and I said, well, let's try to get them on, because I think people might love watching D&D. Nobody was really doing it at the time. So they have become the hugest success ever. They raised $10 million to do a cartoon version of their show. Isn't that incredible? On Kickstarter. Yeah, it's incredible. And I left my company 2 years ago, so I haven't been involved. And they kind of branched off and now are on their own and started this thing. So I'm not really officially involved as a producer anymore. I'm kind of sad about that, to be honest with you, but I needed to make time for my own creative stuff, and I couldn't do it running a company. Huh? Guest star, that's what I'm saying. I had lunch with Matt last week because I was like, so where's my guest star? So I did do a guest star in the first season, and hopefully, he said he really wanted to have me back, so hopefully sometime I would love to participate as an actor or an improviser with them, and I'm so proud of what they've done, and just, I'm grateful to have any part of making their success that big a success, because they did it themselves, guys, and it's pretty impressive. $10 million, wow.
Wow.
I hope they pay me something.
And you get to stab people?
No, I
It's a
stab
different thing.
people when I play video games.
Okay.
I play Assassin's Creed and like things like that, where I stab people. You don't know anything about this, do you?
No, I remember my Atari and a bit of Pac-Man. And Kim stabs people, she gets stabby, but that's not to do with video games.
No.
That's a separate thing. So I'm getting there, I'm learning.
You're pretty. Next question. I love her, you guys. I'm so happy to be on stage with her. It makes it so much less awkward. And she just glows. And she made me wear sparkles today. Did I tell you guys that? She called me and was like, hey, we're wearing sparkles. I'm like, what?
It's
And
Vegas.
I know, it's Vegas. And in the deep, dark recesses of one of my closets, like in like the storage shed, I found this. It smells a little bit like dead rat, but it's really sparkles.
Hi, my name's Erin. I'm from Vancouver. I love you both. Ruth, my mom wanted me to tell you that she loves you. So.
What's your mom's name?
Catherine.
She's my favorite.
My question is for Felicia. I love your. I'm sorry.
You have to love Ruth.
I love your podcast, Voyage to the Stars, so much.
Thank you. I'm going to WonderCon tomorrow to do a panel there.
I was wondering what it's like recording Voyage to the Stars, and how is it different to your other work, and how so?
So Voyage to the Stars is an improvised science fiction podcast I'm doing. It stars me and Colton Dunn from Superstore and Janet Varney from Legend of Korra and You're the Worst. She's amazing. Stand Against Evil. She's incredible. She also has a podcast. She's one of the OGs. And my friend Steve Berg from Dr. Horrible Sing-Along Blog. Yeah, and my friend Ryan Koppel created this thing, and we improvise this comedy, and we're basically four misfits on a spaceship trying to get back home. And every time we land on a planet, we kind of destroy it accidentally. And it's really fun. What's particularly cool about it is that we make up all the dialogue. So I don't actually, when I listen to the episodes, I don't remember saying the words that I hear myself say, because we just made it up on the spot, which is really, really fun. Doing audio stuff is really great. I'm working on a couple of other things. I have my own podcast, Felicitations, that I do every other week, where I just kind of rant into the... So if you have questions for me, I take audience questions and I answer them every other week. And I do that, and I have another thing that I'm working on that I'm writing for audio, and it's just kind of really fun to have a new, it's kind of like the new web series. It's the place where you can really experiment without having gatekeepers tell you what you can do and can't do. And that one's particularly good because improv is hard, and it's just really fun.
Girl, you are productive.
Really? Because I feel lazy.
Amazing.
I'm not kidding. I always am like, what are you doing with your life? No joke. But I'm seeing a therapist soon. Hi!
Hi, what's your name? Where are you from? What Rowena question do you have?
My name is Ilya. You ready? I'm from Seattle. I will ask you a question, Ruth. Also, I loved your scene with Gabriel. With I got tickled. Where do you think that came from? And for you, Felicia, huge Buffy fan.
Thank
you were
you.
a part of that final season that it still breaks my heart that ended. But this whole idea of we're all chosen, we all have like power within us. Can you talk a little bit about being on that show, working with Joss, and that whole storyline, and how do you think it helped propel your career forward?
I mean, I wouldn't be here without Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Joss Whedon, for sure. Like, he created he was instrumental in allowing me to have this path. And not only because of the opportunities he gave me as an actor, but also just showing me that fan families are where I want to live. And so, as long as I can, I want to be part of shows that have a family of fans who enrich the people on screen as much as the stories that we tell and act enrich you guys. And so that was an amazing example that was my first job. It was a random accident I got the job. They just needed somebody to play this part the next day, and they could not find an Asian actress that night to play the part, I guess, and that's how I got this part. And every episode, one of us would get killed off, and I was really uppity to Joss at a lunch table, not knowing who he was. And I was sure I was going to get killed off, but he actually liked that. And that's why he's worked with me in so many different projects, and how I've continued to be a part of this world. So, definitely Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a huge inspiration, not only in the fact that it has amazing characters, especially women characters who show all of us that we could do anything in this world, especially stab people.
Here we are with stabbing.
Or vampires. But yeah, the family that we find is the family that we need, and that's really the heart of it. So thank you. I guess we need to leave. No?
Take one more. Take one more.
Okay. Did you ask me how it came about?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
You answer your question.
I asked Bob Behrens about it because I thought there's a scene with Gabriel in the library, and
damn right there is. Damn cute there is.
And I was wondering what the payoff would be, like later on in this season, what the payoff would be. And he was like, yeah. And Bob Behrens was like, why does there need to be a payoff? Why wouldn't these characters just do what they were doing?
Yeah, why you gotta complicate it?
When you say things like that, it makes me go, ew. But when she says things like that, it makes me go, yeah.
I got news for you, Felicia. When I say, good morning, Felicia, it makes you go, ew.
It's true, we have this thing together. But, you know, I hate to say it, he's a really good director. So don't tell him. Don't tell him I said that. He's really fun to work with. It's just I razz you. I just have to neg you.
I love the razzing. I was like, we were actually talking about it.
Talk about it back there?
I laughed out loud when you go, bye, sorry for criticizing your song. Like, that's part of your charm. It's fantastic.
Is it charm? It's my
Absolutely.
redhead. It's like brandishing my redheadness. I can just be kind of like snippy, but it's charming.
It is very
Right,
charming.
Ruth?
Misanthropic charm.
I love it.
Yeah.
You want to take one more? You want to take one more?
One
My question's for Felicia. My son wants to know, what was it like to work with Alan Tudyk on Dollhouse and Conman? And is it as fun as these guys? Yeah.
He is one of the funniest, most artistic people I've ever known. He is incredible. He can do voices, and he looks kind of like he'd be serious. I can't take him seriously. He's incredibly talented, and he went to Juilliard, but he doesn't like say it every 5 minutes. But then when you ask him, he turns into a Juilliard. Well, when I went to Juilliard, but no, he's wonderful, and he's just a really nice guy, and I'm excited for his new show. He definitely needs to have me on it, right? He has a new sci-fi show.
Yeah, thanks for that. With the Con Man thing, it's similar to Kings of Con. Did you find that? Would
I
you do
know.
Kings of Con as
That's
well?
why I couldn't be in Kings. They asked me to be in it, and I was like, it feels weird to be in both of the same convention comedies. But now I regret not having done it. I'm sorry.
The next one. We'll have you in the next one.
Have me on the next one. It's an automatic yes.
Absolutely. I love that.
Thank you.
So
Ladies
you've
and gentlemen.
just promised Felicia a role in the next one?
Bitch, you've already been pre-guaranteed. Once you and Mike built this impenetrable bond you guys have, you're stuck with us forever.
Wow.
You all know I'm in Kings of Con too, right? Everybody knows.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Ruth Connell, that's Felicia Day!
Just the two